Hey everybody, welcome to my plan with me for the week of July 1st through the 7th. I'm using this Apple Blossom Prints Love is Love kit. I did get this last year, so I'm not 100% sure if it's still available, but I just wanted to go ahead and use it because I had so many Pride kits. I did pull in some labels from another kit too. And yeah, and then I pulled in the stuff from the other pastel kit I used this year. So I have lots of extras with this. I've got some stickers from Carly Plans for Pride, Anna K Printables, Joy of Planning, and I don't know where mine are, but I do have some Pride stickers. I will insert a picture, but I do sell them on Etsy at Corks and Corgs Co. So the link is going to be down below for that. And then I've got some scripts. So these are my two first sheets that I foiled myself, and I'm really excited. They didn't turn out perfectly, but it's close enough, so I'm excited to use those. I do have that foil just because it's so unique and I knew I was using it. And then I've got the holidays from Carly Plans since this is the 4th of July week. I've got a bunch of different foils. So I've got those like by Pride colors from Planna Hannah, as well as some hole protectors. And then I've got a lot of stuff from Sticky Sloth Designs, which she is not open anymore, but I just have a ton of stuff. I made a huge order when she closed. And this is actually blue glitter and that like cotton candy foil, that's what the manufacturer calls it. So I've got a bunch of stuff in that foil. And then these page flags are so pretty. I need to remember to bring these in. I've got some quote overlays from Leonard Designs. And then I don't know if this stuff is, yeah, I think it's upside down. So I've got date numbers, some scripts, some different washi options, and I might mix some of them. And then I've got these underlays, which I'll definitely be using these, the confetti ones, but I'm probably gonna layer them with the rainbows here, which I've got in all three colors of the By Pride flag. I did a spread last year where I used like pink, purple, and blue in different rows of my planner, and I thought it was really cute, so I wanted to do it again. And then I've got these hollow groovy checkered underlays from Plan With Me stickers. I just cut off the label because it wouldn't fit in my storage. I'm not 100% sure if I'm using these, but you'll see in a minute, I guess. So I will get right into the base now. Okay, getting into it, I just wanted to say that I am so happy with how this turned out. I think it's super cute, but I just had to show that before I put any stickers down. And sorry if my voice sounds kind of like I'm sick or something. My allergies are really bad right now. So the first thing I'm marking is the month, which is July, and then next I am marking that it is 1 week until I see every avenue. And I tried to pull in as many pride stickers as I could in this spread because it's the last pride spread of the year I'm doing. So I've got that pride sticker from Carly Plans and then the Remember That You Are Amazing script. I just thought that was super cute. So Monday, the first thing I did was I made a TikTok and then I was just kind of like scrolling on there. I don't typically watch TikTok a lot just because it's a huge time suck. So I try not to get on there. But I think I was doing like my monthly record haul. So that's probably why I was on there. After that, I did have breakfast delivered because I was at Sarah's and we just did not feel like going out for brunch. I guess it was technically brunch time, I think. After I ate, I did go on and drive home, and when I got home, I had a vinyl sesh. So I think actually the TikTok I made this morning was from Pride. I don't think it was my record haul yet because I had not filmed them all. Then I did some drawing while I was listening to music, and I was just kind of in my feelings. So I did some planning, and then I was watching Veronica Mars because I was still doing my rewatch at this point, and I went to bed and I had a panic attack when I went to bed. So that was still a theme at this point, unfortunately, but the next morning I had like a mental breakdown. I was just crying a lot. I don't know specifically what it was about, but the next thing I marked is that I dropped my car off at Plaza Tire because I was having issues with my brakes, and with all the driving I do, I definitely have to make sure that my vehicle is safe to drive. So I dropped that off, and then when I got back home, I did some journaling, and then I got a call from Plaza, and they told me that on the driver's side, they needed to rebuild the entire brake system, which we kind of debated on because my car is older. It's a 2008 and we have fixed a lot on it, but we decided to go ahead and get this done. And then after I kind of got through that and my husband got off work, I did tell him about Pride, and I got to show him like the stuff I got because he was just really, really busy and stressed out with work the day before. So I wasn't really able to do that at that point. And I did want to mention that that sticker, the pencil there, is from my shop, Corks and Corgs Co. It is linked down below. It's on Etsy, and that is also one of my stickers because I have a wine cork character, hence the name. I do typically do new releases every other Friday, and there will be 25% off on those for the whole weekend. And the next thing I did was I had McDonald's for dinner, and my husband and I watched the Avatar: The Last Airbender finale. And this was the animated series. We have not watched the live action one yet. I'm excited to see that at some point. But I think the plan is to watch The Legend of Korra first. I'll have to like ask him if he wants to do that or just start the live action. After that, I watched some more Veronica Mars, and I was shopping for foil. So I'm not sure if this meant I was shopping for foil rolls or for like unfoiled stuff that I can foil myself, but either way, it's fun stuff. Then I went to bed early this night. I did not mark that, but when I say early, I mean 1 a.m., which I know does not seem early, but I have a little bit of a weird sleep schedule. So it was early for me, not early for like normal standards of what's early. Wednesday, I woke up feeling like shit. And so I did like read an audiobook because that's fairly low effort for me mentally. And then I did have some pool time because when I'm achy and not feeling good, getting in the pool typically will help, just kind of floating around. And I didn't mark this in my planner, but I did pick up my car after that. And when I got up to it, it wouldn't start. And they had to jump my car for me to get home. And then I brought it home and didn't use it for a few days. And I'm pretty sure I didn't mark it. That's why I'm kind of talking about it now. But when I did try to start it again, it wouldn't start, and it hasn't since. And it's almost the end of July when I'm filming this. But you'll find out in a future plan with me why I haven't done anything with it. So after that, I finished the book I was listening to, which is Imaginary Friend. I don't recommend it. I don't know if I gave it 2 or 3 stars, but if I gave it 3, I probably need to go back and change it because I really didn't like it. I felt like it was under-edited. It was just a really long book, and there wasn't really a reason for it to be as long as it was. And I might not have disliked it so much if that was the case, but it also just got really weird, and I didn't like the twist in it. So yeah, it just wasn't at all what I expected it to be, but not in a good way. Because I know in the past I have said that I like to be surprised with the twists in books, but this one was just not a good surprise. So after I finished that, I did cook dinner with my husband, and then after we had dinner, I was just feeling, I don't know, I was just not emotionally well. I was feeling kind of lonely, I think. And so my husband and I did play Princess Peach Showtime some this evening. And then I watched the Veronica Mars movie because I had finished season 3 of Veronica Mars. And so the movie comes after that chronologically. And then before season 4, there's actually 2 books that take place, and so I'm working on reading those before I watch season 4 again. But the movie was actually a Kickstarter project, and I helped kickstart it. Like, I think I was in college at the time when it happened, so I don't know, it's kind of cool to think of that. I don't think I paid a lot because I wasn't making much money at the time, but I still contributed. On Thursday, I did mark that it was Independence Day. The first thing I marked actually about the day was that I had a massive headache. I woke up with a really bad headache, and I did some planning. I watched Criminal Minds Evolution because I guess I hadn't watched the newest episode yet. Oh, actually, this was the day that the new episode would have come out. So of course, I hadn't watched it yet. I did also want to show that off. This is a newer release to my shop. There's normal TVs with Corgi and regular TVs, but the stabby Corgis I thought work well for like if you watch true crime, if you're watching anything spooky, or like this is a mystery show, so I thought it fits fairly well. And after watching Criminal Minds, and I also watched a couple of other shows, I cooked dinner for us, which is a rare occurrence that I do by myself. So I was proud of myself for that. And then my husband and I watched a movie called Trigger Warning. It's an action movie with Jessica Alba, and I thought it was fun. It wasn't like anything spectacularly memorable, but I love an action movie, so it was a fun time. He did have this day off, so he had a long weekend because he also took Friday off. So that's why we watched a movie this day instead of like on a Friday. Then we did watch a few fireworks. We just watched what my neighbors were doing because it was kind of a rainy day and we weren't really sure if there was going to be a fireworks show. We had planned to go to it initially, but then the rain was kind of making us go back and forth. And I mean, like I talked about, I had a headache, so I wasn't really feeling up to it. And after that, I watched some Quantico because that was the show I picked to watch after Veronica Mars. I had seen some of Quantico, but it had been a really long time and I wasn't sure if I had seen the entire show. So I decided to just start from the beginning. Friday, first thing, I was just still feeling awful and I was having ear pain. So I decided to go to urgent care this day, and it turned out I had an ear infection. So that was why I'd been having like all these headaches and just a lot of pain. So I got some medicine for that prescribed, and my husband had dropped me off. So when he came to pick me up, he had brought my Happy Meal that had arrived while I was gone, which I thought was really sweet. It made me happy. So I did mark that. After we did something to like work on or fix the pool, I'm not sure if it was just messing with the chemicals or cleaning it or what, but I can't imagine I was going underwater to do anything because I had an ear infection. Then he and I played claw pong. He had a beer, but I had a White Claw, and we were just playing it in the pool. And then we just kind of hung out in the pool too. So that was really fun because typically it's just me using the pool or me and Sarah when she comes over. But it's fun to hang out with Brian in the pool as well. After that, I took a little hiatus from watching Quantico and watched the new Bridgerton season because I waited until the entire season was out just because I knew I'd get frustrated if not. So I realized I had just not gotten around to that. So while I was watching Bridgerton, I was organizing some of my beads that I used to make friendship bracelets. And then I did listen to Fourth Wing this evening because that's what I started after Imaginary Friend. I had been waiting for it at the library for a pretty, I don't know how long. It was a decently long amount of time. So I was excited to finally get it so I could listen to it. And I guess I'll wait until like when I finished it to talk about my thoughts on it. But Saturday I did sleep in that morning and I woke up feeling a little bit better, which I mean, I had only taken like one antibiotic pill, so it wasn't a huge improvement, but I wasn't feeling like total garbage. So then I just had kind of a lazy morning, just like cuddled, and then I took a shower while my husband was making us brunch. So he did make us like avocado toast or bagels. It just depends on what kind of bread we have in the house. I did some filming. I filmed a base and a plan with me. So I was filming for quite a long time. And then I did meet up with Sarah this day. I went to a winery. I had forgotten that we were going, but they had this event called Reds, Whites, and Brews. So it was like a 4th of July type of event. And they had fireworks at that. So that was the next thing I marked, was seeing the fireworks. The next day, I wasn't really feeling that great. I had like multiple panic attacks. I had to like cuddle my husband to help me to calm down. I helped him clean and treat the pool. So I guess whatever we were doing this day was not doing that. But we've had a lot of rain this summer, so some of that comes with storms and like leaves getting in the pool. And I've been trying to learn how to do all this stuff because he's had a pool before and I never have. So after that, I did edit and upload a couple of videos. And then I filmed 2 more videos. So I guess I was just really on the like YouTube train this day. I seem to do that, like a bulk film and or edit, although I hate the editing part so much. Then I finished Bridgerton that night, so I, really binged it because it only took me 2 like watching sessions of it to finish. So I went back to watching Quantico and did some planning to finish off my evening. So I didn't really do anything to celebrate the 4th of July because for the past several years, it's just not really been something that I have felt celebratory about. So that's also why I decided to use a Pride kit instead, even though I know June is Pride Month, but I really wanted to use this kit, and I'm super glad I did because it was a really fun one to play with. So if you've watched Bridgerton, let me know what you thought of the new season. I personally loved it, and I don't know if they're having another season. I'm assuming they are because there's like tons of books. I just haven't read any of them because I've been told that the books are very different from the show, especially like the further into the show you get. And also, should I watch the Queen Charlotte show? Because I never did, and I'm not sure if it's worth it. So if anybody watching this has watched it, let me know what you thought, because I feel like I didn't really hear anyone talking about it, so I just didn't end up watching it. Also, side note, all the scripts that are foiled in this kit, I foiled myself, which was really exciting. That was the first sheet I hand foiled, and I've had some issues with stuff like solids, but the scripts have worked out pretty well. I feel like solids are probably the hardest thing to foil though, so I'm guessing that's not abnormal. So I know this is a summer spread, but I am working on fall stickers currently and like spooky stickers. So if you like have shopped from me and or want to and have any suggestions, let me know. I do have quite a few ideas, but I am happy to work on requests too. I'm just like scrambling for things to talk about because I really don't have anything to talk about. This week wasn't like the most exciting. I mean, this night was fun and like I hung out with my husband some, but it was just a pretty low-key week. It was kind of recovering from the week before. So this is my weekend full. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.